In 2026, intelligence alone will not save you. Kindness will be mistaken for weakness. Honesty will be used against you. The world doesn't reward the good, it rewards the aware. If you keep playing fair while others play strategic, you won't lose loudly, you'll disappear silently. Tonight, you learn the rules they never explain, but always follow. People don't obey truth, they obey what feels true. In every room, in every negotiation, in every social exchange, reality is not decided by facts, but by perception. The one who understands this stops wasting energy trying to prove things and starts shaping how things are seen. Most people believe that being right gives them power. It doesn't. Being believed does. The human mind is lazy. It looks for confidence, calmness, and certainty to decide who to trust. When someone speaks too much, explains too deeply, or rushes to justify themselves, the mind senses weakness. It feels insecurity, even if the words are logical. Silence, on the other hand, creates gravity. When you don't rush to speak, people lean in. When you don't explain, they assume depth. When you stay calm, they assign authority to you without realizing why. This is why the strongest figures in history rarely revealed everything they knew. They allowed mystery to do the heavy lifting. Mystery forces others to fill the gaps with their own assumptions, and those assumptions often work in your favor. People fear what they cannot fully understand, and they respect what feels beyond them. By saying less, you give others space to elevate you in their own minds. Control the frame and you control the outcome. The frame is the emotional context in which everything is interpreted. If you appear composed while others are reactive, you become the reference point. If you remain steady while others panic, your version of reality becomes the default. This isn't manipulation through lies, it's influence through presence. Your emotional state becomes more convincing than any argument. Never rush to correct misunderstandings unless they harm you. Many misunderstandings quietly benefit you. When people assume you are capable, powerful, or connected, let them. Correcting them only shrinks you back to ordinary size. Perception is fragile. Once shaped, it should be protected, not challenged. The smartest move is often restraint. Let others speak first. Let them reveal their fears, intentions, and weaknesses. While they expose themselves, you remain unreadable. The unreadable person becomes unpredictable, and unpredictability creates caution. People treat cautiously those they cannot figure out. In 2026, attention will be short and judgment will be fast. People won't investigate deeply, they'll decide quickly. This makes perception even more powerful. One calm pause can outweigh 10 emotional explanations. One confident action can erase 1,000 words. Learn to communicate with energy, not noise. Remember this. When you chase approval, you lose authority. When you chase clarity, you lose mystery. And when you chase truth too loudly, you give others the weapon to dismiss you. Instead, let your actions speak just enough. Your silence suggest more, and your presence do the convincing. You don't need to convince everyone. You only need to control how you are seen by those who matter. Once perception is on your side, truth follows quietly behind. Power collapses the moment it becomes predictable. The instant people believe they fully understand you, they stop paying attention, they relax, they prepare for yesterday's version of you. This is where most intelligent people fail. They reveal too much too early, believing transparency builds trust. In reality, it builds a map, and maps make you easy to navigate. Human beings are pattern-seeking machines. We study behavior, tone, habits, and reactions to feel safe around others. The moment someone believes they have decoded you, they no longer fear you. They no longer respect the unknown. Predictability invites control, and control invites manipulation. The safest position is to be partially understood and never completely read. This does not mean deception for the sake of deception. It means discipline. It means discipline. It means choosing what to reveal and when. Your intentions should unfold slowly, like a story that reveals itself only after commitment has already been made. When people know your next move, they adjust theirs. When they don't, they hesitate. Hesitation gives you time, leverage, and options. Resist the urge to explain your plans. Most explanations are not requests for clarity. They are invitations for interference. The more people know, the more opinions they form, and opinions eventually turn into obstacles. Silence protects momentum. It allows you to move without friction, without sabotage disguised as concern. Let your actions carry ambiguity. Do not let every move announce its purpose. When your behavior has layers, observers cannot tell whether you are reacting, preparing, or waiting. This uncertainty keeps them cautious. Caution keeps them from challenging you prematurely. The strongest advantage is not strength, but timing, and timing is protected by secrecy. There is also danger in consistency. While reliability builds comfort, it also builds expectation. If you always respond the same way, people will use that against you. Break patterns deliberately. Change pace. Surprise gently. This keeps your presence active in their mind. A mind that is alert cannot dominate you. Never reveal the full scale of your capability. Let others assume you are operating near your limit. Underestimation is a shield. It lowers defenses around you and opens doors that would remain closed if your true capacity were known. When the moment comes to act fully, the impact is greater because it is unexpected. People respect outcomes, not effort. They do not need to know how hard you are working, how much you are thinking, or how far ahead you have planned. They only need to see results appear at the right moment. Mystery amplifies results. It makes success feel intentional rather than lucky. In a world obsessed with sharing, oversharing has become a weakness. Those who broadcast every thought surrender strategic advantage. Privacy is no longer about hiding. It is about preserving leverage. The less people know about your inner workings, the more they must react to what you present, not what you truly are. Control what is visible. Protect what is essential. When others think they see the whole picture, ensure they are only looking at the surface. The deepest moves are always made where no one is watching. Force has always been the language of the desperate. It creates compliance for a moment, but never loyalty. The moment pressure disappears, resistance returns stronger than before. Real control does not push, it pulls. It pulls. It makes people move willingly while believing the choice was theirs. This is the difference between dominance that lasts and dominance that collapses the moment attention shifts. Human behavior is driven less by logic and more by longing. People act because they want to feel important, safe, admired, or hopeful. When you understand this, you stop trying to overpower others and start positioning yourself as the gateway to what they desire. Once someone associates progress, recognition, or opportunity with you, they attach emotionally. Emotional attachment outlives fear. Never underestimate the power of small rewards. Acknowledgement, access, a sense of belonging. These are currencies stronger than money or threats. When you give someone a minor win, their mind starts justifying their loyalty to you. They tell themselves they chose you because it felt right, not because they were influenced. That self-justification deepens the bond. People follow those who make the future feel closer. Paint outcomes, not commands. Suggest direction instead of issuing orders. When someone believes your presence improves their chances of success, they will align themselves naturally. This alignment feels voluntary, which makes it durable. They don't feel used, they feel guided. Avoid demanding obedience. Demands awaken ego, and ego resists. Instead, create situations where cooperation benefits them more than defiance. When the reward is internal, confidence, status, belonging, it cannot be taken away, which makes it even more powerful. They will protect the relationship because it protects their self-image. Be careful not to give too much at once. Overgenerosity weakens value. Desire needs distance to grow. Offer just enough to create anticipation, then pause. That pause allows appreciation to build. People value what they must wait for and work toward. What arrives too easily is treated casually and abandoned quickly. Let others feel chosen. Exclusivity strengthens attachment. When someone believes they are trusted or included while others are not, their loyalty intensifies. This is not about favoritism. It is about perception. The feeling of being selected activates pride, and pride becomes a quiet guard that protects your influence. Never openly claim control. The moment people feel controlled, they begin plotting freedom. The smartest influence hides itself behind encouragement and opportunity. It whispers instead of shouts. It guides instead of drags. When people believe they are acting independently, they defend the path they are on, even if you designed it. In 2026, brute force will fail faster than ever. People are connected, vocal, and reactive. Pressure creates backlash, but desire moves silently, deeply, and without resistance. If you can shape what people want, you never need to tell them what to do. They will walk in your direction willingly, carrying your influence further than force ever could. Open conflict is noisy, expensive, and unpredictable. It exposes intention, drains energy, and invites retaliation. Those who rush toward confrontation often believe strength is proven through attack, but experience teaches a colder truth. The cleanest victories leave no visible wounds. When you engage directly, you give your opponent clarity. When you stay indirect, you leave them guessing, and guessing weakens focus. The most effective way to neutralize a threat is to let it collapse under its own weight. Every individual carries flaws: impatience, ego, insecurity, arrogance. When you resist the urge to strike, these weaknesses surface naturally. Time becomes an ally. Silence becomes pressure. People often destroy themselves faster than any enemy could if you simply step out of their way. Never reveal hostility. Visible opposition unites others against you. Hidden distance, however, creates isolation. By remaining calm and respectful, you deny your adversary the fuel of drama. They are left reacting to shadows while you appear unaffected. This imbalance unsettles. They grow louder, more emotional, more careless, and in that carelessness, their credibility erodes. Positioning matters more than aggression. Instead of attacking character, allow circumstances to expose it. Instead of arguing facts, let outcomes. When someone consistently fails, misses deadlines, overpromises, or contradicts themselves, you don't need to intervene. Observers draw their own conclusions, and those conclusions are more convincing because they feel self-discovered. Resist the temptation to defend yourself publicly. Defense signals vulnerability. Confidence stays quiet. When accusations arise, neutrality disarms them. A calm response, or none at all, forces others to question the accuser's motive. Noise without reaction looks unstable. Stillness, in contrast, looks powerful. Use distance strategically. Withdraw access. Reduce visibility. Stop reacting. Many threats rely on engagement to survive. When you remove attention, they lose relevance. Without friction, they have nothing to push against. They either fade or self-sabotage, trying to provoke a response. Let systems do what emotions should not. Structure, policy, and routine are silent weapons. They apply pressure without personal involvement. When consequences feel procedural rather than personal, resentment has no target. You remain untouched while the outcome still favors you. Patience is often mistaken for passivity. In reality, it is controlled timing. Acting too early exposes you. Acting too late weakens you. Waiting allows information to surface and alliances to reveal themselves. The moment to move is when the outcome appears inevitable, not forced. In a world obsessed with public battles and visible wins, quiet elimination is overlooked. Yet history favors those who mastered restraint over reaction. When others fight for dominance, let them exhaust themselves. Stay composed. Stay observant. When the dust settles, you remain standing, not because you fought harder, but because you chose the smarter path. The world ahead is colder, faster, and less forgiving. Emotion will be exploited. Naivety will be punished, but awareness turns the game in your favor. You don't need to dominate the room. You need to understand it. Move quietly, think deeply, and never forget, the smartest player is rarely the loudest one. If this changed how you see the game, you already know what to do next. Stay sharp.